Hi guys, welcome back. FM22 is here. Everyone said to either go big or go home. So I went home. Let's see how I get on. Hi guys, Route 1 here. How you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time coming since my last Football Manager video, but now FM22 beta is here. First of all, can I get you to like the video, subscribe to the channel? We are aiming for 300 subscribers now, so there is a goal there for this. And we're going to have goals once we hit these targets. So the question is, where am I managing? I'll tell you something. I went home. Let's go and see him. As you can see, we have signed for a club close to my heart, actually. We have joined Football Club Austria Vienna. We've signed a couple of years pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth 6.7k a week. We're managing in the Austrian Premier League again, which is what I did last year. So we're going back again today. We're going home, as I say. So it means a lot. As you can see, we've got a good team basis, basically. We're predicted 6th in the league. We've got a 3-star rating. We've been going since 1911, shall I say. Now, I love the purple. I love how this team is, and if you've got to see the stadium for real, it is a beautiful stadium. So it does remind me of a lot of the newer grounds here in England, but it is a lovely ground. We're in the Euro Cup as well. We're in the Austrian FA Cup, and obviously predicted 8th for the league. But one thing that lets us down is the transfer budget. It's not big at all. The wage budget is not massive at all, but it's only the beta, so obviously we could go to a big club and all that, but we decided to go home and do it the old-fashioned way, how I see it. So as you can see, we can see the team there. Obviously I do apologise, I am obscuring the right and left back, but we'll go into the team. But this is the 11 that they feel like is good. Notable, we got a player out on loan. I'm still trying to get to know a lot of people's names. So we're going to go in there, and Greenwood, number 10, is the player to watch out for. So we're going through. He wants us to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. Don't sign anyone over 30, which is the pretty much standard. They want us to do well in the league and possibly win the cup. So we're going to have a look at this and see how we get on. Let's go and meet the team now. And now, as you can see, look at those kits. A lovely purple kit, a lovely white kit. Lots of sponsors on them, but not too much in your face. The Ahoon Stadion is where we are playing our home games this season. It's only got a 17,500 capacity. It's a grass service. It's been built in 1925, and the average ticket price is £25, which ain't bad at all. When you're going through some of the legends that they've had in the club, Mccool is there. It's probably the notable legend they've got in the Austrian league. Not many people that really jump out. Icons, Tony Polster. That is a Polster is a name in the Austrian league, which has been fantastic. So, and he's still a manager within that. So as we can see there, not very good actually. But then you look at obviously favourite personnel, Alexander Greenwood is still a player at the club. He's 32 years old, hasn't got an international cap, so perhaps that's something I can do. So his stats look good there. It's a 3-star rating, but again, he's out on or wants to go on loan. I've got a problem with this team where they're not actually wanting to be here as much. He's had 240 caps appearances for the club, scoring 58 goals. So hopefully I can do a little bit better. He's good as the attacking advanced playmaker, the Mazzara. He's a constant role in there. So he is also my captain. If you look at under some of the others, Heinz Linder, he's had a notable games against Manchester United in the past. So an IRL. So not many there. But if we go and have a look at the squad, this is the squad I have got to deal with. Now, Patrick Pezat is a goalkeeper. He wants to leave. He's a good shot stopper. He's slightly happy, not great, but he wants to leave. I'm trying to get him a move because he doesn't want to be here. He's openly admitted within, 2 weeks of being at the club, he wants to leave. George Tegel, so a right back. He's notably quite good. So, but I've got a few right backs in this squad, so I'll be chopping and changing it, I think. Then we've got Lucas Mccool, so a German centre back, and he's been partnered by a loanee called Eric Marcel. So both of them look good. Martel's 19 years old, so he's coming from RB Leipzig at the 20 season. So he's had a couple of years at the club and hopefully going to make a big time impact. Look at that, he's valued up to 2.4 million, which is not bad actually for this club. We've got to have a look at other players. We've got a left back, Marcus Schitter. So that's one area I need to improve on, is the left back. I think he's the only left back I've got here. Then we've got Marcel Mccool, so an Austrian midfielder there. He looks like, in obviously the 2 games that I've played, which we'll come into, he does look good. He's been partnered there by Nicholas Hans and then Manfred Fescher. So I think it's pronounced. So 25-year-old Austrian can play anywhere in the advanced playmaker, midfielder sort of role. He's come in this season, so he's one of Austria Vienna's new signings. So we'll have a look at the transfers at the minute. Alexander Zilik, so it's another Austrian. He's a cam in a way, very physical player. He's only scored 2 goals, so hopefully we can change that a little bit more. But he's only 20 years old, so he's got something about him. Marco Dukin, so there on the left, so he is predominantly right-footed, so he'll be coming inside and taking shots. Again, still early on in the Austria Vienna career. Once notable, they were actually called Austrian Mentalists because they were sponsored by the cigarette company there. And then we got Noah Ahoon. So as a striker, he's 18 years old, so I'm going in very young with him. He's coming from Vitesse Arnhem, but he has a goal already in pre-season, which we'll see in a bit. Going to, obviously, looking at the bench, and the backup, so we've got Helek, who's a goalkeeper, might have to come in and try and do a little bit more. We've got Handy, we've got Brunadella, so defensive midfielder. Marvin Martins is a right back. He's actually very good at long throws, you know. And then we've got Matteo Messi, so not known by the other Messi, actually, is Messai, or pronounced. Dominic Fritz as well is a very good centre midfielder that I've had. We've had Shushkina, so another physical centre forward from the Dominican Republic. Probably my first choice right back, this guy, Salvio Apollonino. So I do apologise if I'm butchering the names, but he's in this season. He's 21 years old. Excuse me. He's only a 2-star, but he's consistent. So I'll be looking for big things from him this season to hopefully help lead the team. Then we got Alexander Greenwood, who we've seen already. Lucas Veld, so there's another goalkeeper, young keeper. Mundo is on loan. He's out of the club in a minute. And then another striker, Bright Edwari, so a Nigerian centre forward, does look very good. His physical stats look amazing. So hopefully for this league, we'll try and get him a bit more than 7 goals. He's still 26 years old, so big things are coming for him. But when it comes down to finances, and that is a big problem here at this club. If we look at the finances now, we can get into that screen. It is super poor. So we're 12 million in debt. We're making a profit of 172 grand. You look at our transfer budget, £427,000 with an 88 grand a week wage budget. It's not brilliant. Obviously, we've got to do something. We've got to try and spend money to bring the money back, but it looks like we're going to be losing if I can finish this season before the main game comes out, or even come back to it after, obviously, the updates, after my main save has finished. But we are literally 20 million in debt. So the vision, where does the board want to see us finish? And we skipped over this to start off with because I wanted to go in depth with it here. Now, it wants us to sign players under the age of 23. It's a desire, but do not sign players over the age of 30. Develop through the youth system, which is one thing I want to do this season. And of course, everyone's favourite is play entertainment football. Obviously, that is the current view. We've got a 5-year plan there. I'll work with it in a budget. Then, obviously, current season, this is what we've got to do. We've got to reach the Euro Cup 2 group stage, and that is favoured. So we've got to do well with that. In the Premier League division, we've got to reach the minimum group. So we've got to see how we get on there. So hopefully a good start to the season is what we need, and at least get to the semi-finals of the FA Austrian Cup. So that's basically what we've got there at the minute. Well, in the way of transfers, I've been trying to do some business. So I've gone through for some defenders and a midfielder, and all of them have failed, basically. So it's not brilliant at all. I've tried to get this guy, Koval, in. Didn't want to, again, a loan. I haven't got the money there to do it. Broa is there. But we're trying to get some people out. I've had some people, but I don't think the offers are right at the minute. Where is actually, there is one guy who should be on here, but I don't know where he is. He should be in here. Maximum sacks is what is. He was injured. That's just bringing the B team, because obviously if he is in here, this is where I've got a few more players here. So bring him. There he is. Maximin Sachs. He has featured in the Austrian League. He's injured at the minute, but I'd like to bring in Joseph Prost. Is another one who can help the need, shall we say. And then I'll look at, obviously, some of the others. Obviously, a lot of them got squad numbers to try and do. So that is basically where we are at the minute. And if we look at the skip, look at the competition, shall we say. So as you can see, the season starts in 13 days. So I will get there. We have got a game against Ludogorets up next in the Friendly Cup, and we will see how I got to that final in a second. Obviously, Euro Groups 2, I'm not in yet, but the Austrian FA Cup, the first round has been done, and I'm against Stade Prague. So hopefully that begins in 5 days. So it's really interesting. But as we look at the schedule, not many friendly cups to start or friendly games to get me in, but we played Hansard Rostock. So let's get into that. You can see it's a 2-2 draw, but let's get into it and have a look at the game. So as you can see, we've gone with 4 at the back, 2 in midfield, 3 in the advanced sort of playmaker role with 1 up top. Now, they've gone with 3 at the back, 3 then in front of them, 2, 1 and 1. So here we go. We're in on the attack. Into Fitz. Fitz then keeps driving, takes a shot, and there it is, a goal. A goal, my first goal, scored by Fritz. So that was really good. In comes then the opposition, and what a ball over the top. Just took out the defence, and he managed to put it in, which was not great. So I've got a bit more work to do. But here we go, on the attack again. In it goes, and I'm just walking through, and it's just narrowly over the bar. So unlucky with that one. And again, look at that. Apollo just puts that ball over the top to Fritz, and in it goes, and Auer just could not finish it. Managed to get the corner then. In comes the attack again. We're trying to hold our own, and they've gone ahead. They've gone 2-1 ahead. Sloppy defending there was not great. So we've had to go more attacking. I've got a ball winning player midfielder or defender there, and there it is. Fritz has scored in second. So we've got 2 there. In the second half, ball over the top, and was unlucky there. So we need to work on our set pieces defending wise. Attacking wise, we've got to be clinical. Look at this, all over, and it's just put over the bar. This game was a interesting game to do because we wanted to get somewhere with it, and it wasn't happening. But then we played Aberdeen next, and that's an interesting one because it was the semi-finals of the Friendly Cup. And if we go into it, again, we're playing that same formation, but look at all those greens there. And at Aberdeen, it's sorry to say it, it's for the Scottish fans, but look at this. We're playing it around, playing good little football, and it's an early shot, but the keeper spilled it from Fisher. So it's a bit of a work in progress there. But again, it's another throw. In it goes into Zhulek. Zhulek was shot, and he's just put it over the bar. We were attacking. You look at the stats on this one, we were all over Aberdeen, which is quite surprising being the reputation of Aberdeen. But again, crossing it in, looking for a header, and no one's getting anywhere near the goal. Lewis there in goal is just seeing everything go. But Fisher, again, down the right-hand side, he's going to be important this season, I feel. Look at that, he's managed to get in behind the left back. Good cross, and Zhao just couldn't get it in there. In comes Aberdeen then, on the attack, and we just win it back. We're constantly winning balls. And look, he's in. 9 times out of 10, you expect him to score, and the keeper pulls off a great save. It's so unlucky there. Again, from the corner, we are literally all over, and it's hit the post. But at this point, I'm spitting feathers. So, but we get into the second half. Ball's getting played around. He's into Fisher. Fisher out to Taggart, who puts it in, and there's Shaula, and he scores. Is this going to be my first win at the club? In comes the corner again, to the back, and it's narrowly past the post. I'll show you the stats of this game afterwards. So, because you need to see them in order to understand where we were, how good we were on this. So, let's get into this. Come on. We've got Luna Goretz in the next game, but look at this. Stats right above my head here. We got 35 shots to their 5, 15 on target, 2.97 on XG. We absolutely dominated. And why did we dominate? It's because we played it simple. I kept the players to their natural positions. I haven't really tweaked anything. Like obviously pushed up the high line, getting involved, and it's working. So as you can see, I've got a wing back. You probably can't see because obviously my head's in the way, and I do apologise about that. But I got a left back on wing back playing on support. Two playing defenders. I've got my words out as my centre backs. Goalkeeper on defend, and a fullback right side on support. And I've got a deep line playmaker playing on defensive, and a ball-winning midfielder on support. Both my wings are inside wingers, both on attack, with Juliet there as the advanced playmaker, with Awa as my advanced forward. Obviously, that is subject to change now I've brought some of the B team players in to prove themselves. But guys, we've got a game against Ludogorets to look forward to, and then we'll get into the league, and then hopefully we'll get into the transfer deadline. But I will say, if you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're trying to aim for 300 subscribers by the end of the year. As you can see, I'm back in the studio, as I say, so it looks good. But guys, no matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, it's for the love of the game. And I will catch you next time.